Zebra, Equus burchellii. Behavioral and structural traits. Behavioral. Zebras are social animals that spend time in herds. They graze together, primarily on grass, and even groom one another. They don't just herd with themselves, they herd with other animals. For example, much like we saw on the visit to the Melbourne Zoo with giraffes. Structural traits. Each zebra has a different pattern of stripes, and why they have stripes is of great discussion. However, it is believed that the zebra stripes work like camouflage. When zebras stand together, it is harder for predators to determine how many zebras there are in the group. The other opinion is that it is so they can identify each other, as each pattern is different. Black-handed spider monkey, Atellus jeffroyi. Structural traits. Black-handed spider monkeys are primates with long arms and legs and slender bodies. The head and body length reaches 22 inches, and the tail reaches 36 inches long. Spider monkeys have a prehensile tail that allows them to grasp things. Their tail provides extra balance while climbing, or they will use it to hang off tree branches. This adaptation is essential for treetop dwelling. The underside of their tail is hairless, with rigid skin that provides a gripping finger-like surface. Their fingers are very long for climbing and swinging on tree branches. Behavioral traits. Spider monkeys live in groups called troops of 10 to 30. In these troops, the males are dominant. Spider monkeys communicate with various vocalizations, including territorial barks. Females give birth to a single infant every 2 to 4 years after a gestation period of 7 to 8 months, and are normally dependent on their mother for 3 years before reaching sexual maturity at 4 years of age. Hippopotamus amphibius. Hippos spend up to 16 hours a day submerged in rivers and lakes to cool their bodies, and at night they leave the water and travel overland to graze grass, and overnight they may travel up to 10 kilometers. They live in schools that may be anywhere between 10 to 30 members large. Physiological traits. Hippos bask on the shoreline and secrete an oily red substance. This liquid is a skin moisturizer and sunblock that may also provide protection against germs. Hippos can stay underwater for up to 5 minutes without coming up for air, and when they sleep in the water, their bodies automatically rise to the surface of the water so that they can take a breath and then sink back underneath. Lemurs. Physiological traits. Most species of lemur are nocturnal. This helps protect them from predators. Eyesight is not the lemur's strongest sense, but its developed sense of smell, aided by a long wet nose, is useful at night. African wild dogs, Lycoan pictus. Their ability to communicate by touch, actions, and vocalizations allow them to hunt in cooperative packs of 6 to 20 animals. A structural trait is that no two wild dogs are marked exactly the same, and although they resemble some domestic dogs, they only have 4 toes in each foot instead of 5. Convergent evolution is the process whereby organisms, not closely related, independently evolve similar traits as a result of having to adapt to similar environments. An example of this is that bats and dolphins both use a form of echolocation or radar. The selection pressure for bats to use echolocation was for the availability of food and for their safety while hunting, as there are less predators out at night, yet more insects also come out at night due to there also being less predators. Dolphins have developed their own type of radar echolocation due to the difficulty to see underwater, coupled with the fact that water has favourable acoustics. Divergent evolution. Horses and zebras. The process by which an interbreeding population or species diverges into 2 or more descendant species, resulting in once similar or related species to become more and more dissimilar. For divergent evolution to occur, there must be selective pressure. As seen in this cladogram, around about 3.9 million years ago, the 2 species diverged into separate species due to their selective pressures.